Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Counselor's Office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, and we are back with a Counselor Reacts. This time, I'm reacting to you. That's right. I'm doing a video that I've been meaning to do. Back like two weeks ago, I did a video called Please Come Back. What can Bungie do to bring you back to Destiny? Reacting to comments. And I was reacting to the comments on Twitter about, you know, what we need to see for people to come back. And so I figured, well, let's continue this train and see how you guys were reacting to me reacting to other people's reactions. That's a lot of reaction, but I figure why not? Let's jump into it. So we're gonna do. So one thing that I need to point out is that sometimes you guys don't see my comments, not my physical comments, but comments from people. Like if they're considered, like YouTube has its own filtering system, and I also have a filtering system that certain things are blurted out or they're hidden, that I have to either approve upon, or the system will automatically hide it. So I could be talking to someone and you see a comment and you're like, who are you talking to? A quick way to really kind of see that is you go to sort and do newest first. It will show you every single comment. If it by default, it says it won't show you everything by default, especially if it's hidden by the system. That's why sometimes I have a conversation with people and you don't see it. Just because they're hidden, like YouTube automatically hides certain comments. I have no control over it. And then I do have my own default settings that certain comments will be hidden and you'll never see it. I have to approve it for it to show up. So let's start with this one. I pinned this comment. I don't remember. This is 2 weeks ago, so we're going to read together. Bring back every bit of vaulted content, campaign, raids, strikes, planets, world activities. Refresh the loot pool of all that, i.e. bring it up to par with the current standard, but without removing the good perks. Introduce an affordable all-in-one bundle to get every expansion after Forsaken in one package to make the game easier accessible for new players. Remove time gates, hard caps, and soft caps, all of them. Greatly increase the gain of Bright Dust, make every shop except for collab items accessible permanently at all times and buyable with Bright Dust. Greatly reduce the price of expansions when buying them single. Stop nerfing the good stuff and start buffing more. You have 2 sandboxes and the PvE side doesn't need your moderation. Bring back Wrath of the Machines. True. Everything else beyond that is extras. I don't need to return, but that should do to keep the game afloat and other past content not dead. My personal thoughts on this is I think absolutely bring back everything. I think this is a general consensus of majority of the Destiny community is bring back the vaulted stuff. There's no reason it should still like be vaulted. A lot of people were very peeved that they paid for content and it was removed. Other games don't do that. All-in-one bundle, yeah, I mean, make it easier priced. Like, it's very overwhelming for players to know what should I buy first. But if it's all bundled in a package that is a value deal for new players, I think that's smart. You're going to get more people buying into it. Remove time gates, hard caps, and soft caps. Agree. I think level capping is just stupid. I think time gates are stupid. Remove that garbage, which it seems like they are in the future. We got confirmation that seasons will not be time gated. Thank God. We'll see if that plays out, Cotton, though. Greatly increases the gain of dust. Make every shop except for the collab items accessible permanently at all times and buyable with Bright Dust. There's going to be people here that are going to give the, I can't believe you guys. I've got to, do I have a thing?
Hold on.
Do I have a thing? No.
Do I have a thing? Nope.
Do I have a thing? No.
I have a thing? Oh, here we go. This voice. You can't do that. Bungie's gotta make money. If they made everything so free and accessible, they would never make enough money to stay afloat. Oh my God, you guys don't understand how it works. You just want more and more and more, and you're never happy.
Yeah, that's the Bungie bots. There's their voice. I hope you enjoyed that. Just to say, Warframe does this. You can buy everything in Warframe and you never have to spend a dime. You can earn their in-game platinum by farming gear, selling it to other players for platinum, yes, you can buy platinum, and yes, they can buy platinum, and you could sell items that you farm for to make money. So you never actually have to physically spend your own money. You can let everyone else do it, and there will always be people who spend their own money for it. But they have an economy that works. This is Warframe.com. Literally they are 100% free to play game, and they have not had the same issues that Bungie has. So as the stupid people who are going to come and say you can't do that, you can. It's already happening. Get over it. Facts matter more than feelings, and there's an actual game that is currently doing this system right now, and is successful. So suck on those. All right, stop nerfing. I think this is going to be a division between the community. People want fun, but also people want balance and moderation. I overall agree. I think they need to shove off of PvE. I think if they want to nerf, like do seasonal nerfs to keep the meta interesting, then fine. But should they constantly do nerfs nonstop? No. I think Still Hunt was a good example of something that was barely out there before they nerfed it. I think Choir of One, even though it is based off their own incompetence to balance things, I think the fact that they're letting it run for the rest of the season or a month or whatever it is, I think that's fine. If it was something that was found at the beginning of the season, like for like 100 and something plus days or whatever, they should absolutely let it run through for the next season. But overall, I agree. I think they need to shove off PvE and buff other things. But there still needs to be balance. I think there definitely needs to be balance. Do I have the answer to that? No, but I'm the consumer. I am not the person who's supposed to solve Bungie's problems. And yes, I think we all agree Wrath of the Machine should come back. Let's continue on. We spent a lot on that one comment. Bring back Sunset Planets. Rage strikes on popular opinion. Give Gambit a massive update. New maps, new weapons, armor, another Gambit. Now, apparently they added the Guardian Hive into it, like Savathun's Hive into it. I didn't realize that. I have not played Gambit in a minute, but apparently they have given it some love, which is interesting. But I agree. I think they need to continue with those. They were doing practice, like labs. They were experimenting on game mode variants. I don't know why they just don't release that as like a weekly rotation or optional node where you can do a different version of Gambit. Like I would like to try a version of Gambit where there's no invasions. Just like, why can't we test that out? You're going to collect data, so here's your chance. Or if they do like a Gambit Prime week or something where they bring back the old style Gambit. Like you can't tell me those assets aren't still in there and you can tweak it that way. I agree. To answer the question in the video, release it on Nintendo Switch. I'll let someone in the comments down below tell me what you think about that. I personally don't care, but hey, you know what? Pop off. Actually, you know what? I would be okay with that. Nintendo Switch, it's not like Destiny's graphics are overly that great anyways. Like, sure, why not? Why not? Just waiting for a marathon to drop. If those internal memos are to believed, a bunch of the C-suite executives are leaving after marathon bonuses hit. Yeah, they were told. I'm gonna actually double dip on a video. If we go into this video about Bungie being told to get their head out of their asses. If you go here, there was a comment made over here about the C-suite. About them making something for, yeah, right here. To be clear, I'm not talking about layoffs. I'm talking about forcing them to get their heads out of their asses and focusing on things like implementing a method of new player acquisition, not just doing fan service for the fans in the Bungie C-suite. That's right. So, whoops, that is not there we are. Yeah, so actually, this probably is probably correct. Like internal memos, they're gonna quit. Yeah, because they're being told to not make fan service for themselves. They are being told how to do their job, and they have egos, which we know Bungie does. So yeah, it would not surprise me that they jump ship. We already have had other like Joe Blackburn, jump ship. Luke Smith, jump ship. The other guy, jump ship. I forgot what his name is. Once that's done, Bungie will be steered by PlayStation. PS is really good at picking leaders and stepping back. Yeah, so I would be excited to see Sony do their own version of Bungie. Like, let it happen. Give me my name back, which is apparently still a thing. That's funny. Honestly, Destiny's in a great spot. I returned in March after over a year of being gone, and I've had a blast. People need to get over themselves. There's a lot to do, even for free players. What'd I say? 90% of the player base is gone. PvP is the lowest population it's been in years. Returning and player content haven't caught up on. Sure, that will make you feel good. 50% of the game is free to play. The rest you have to purchase. Please stop defending a billion-dollar company. They don't care about you or me. And it's true. These are the people that are new to Destiny that are trying to defend Bungie, and they're really ignorant. Of course, you go to a new game and it looks great. But if you look at a burning building from the front and it's not on fire, man, this is a nice house. And you go in and the back is on fire. You're like, oh, okay. But you have to first get through the front to get to the back to see the fire. Like, I think new players and returning players trying to make these comments, you're ignorant. You're very stupid. Just because you're having I've had a blast, that doesn't discount other people's interactions with the game. Just because, oh my god, here we go.
Oh my god, I've had such a fun time with this game. People need to get over themselves. There's a lot to do even for free players.
Yeah, you need to pull your head out of your ass like Bungie does, because the game doesn't revolve around you. And when you it doesn't revolve around you, Mr. Gaming Counselor, you're right. But it does revolve around me and the other 90% of players who have left the game. So let's not live in La La Land, shall we? Thank you. You get 2 drops per week now if it's your first time clearing on that character. We're talking about the exotic mission. Yes, that is not bringing. Clearly, that is not bringing anyone back. Reskin D1. Actually, remaster D1. I think that would be pretty fun. I'm actually going to do a playthrough of Destiny 1 soon. I'm actually excited because the narrative and some of the core campaign that is back in that game was really fun. So I'm very excited to do that. Bungie can do one thing to bring me back. Just one thing. Unionize. Or just get rid of the garbage that's there. It's not what can bring back the players. It's why have the players left. Equal bad decision making over and over again. By the time we get crucial fixes to bring us back, it'll be too late. It's already too late. A lot of people have said their goodbyes. I can agree with the toxic community part. I have done everything in the game except for going flawless because I don't want to be suicidal. And Salvation's Edge because no one is ever willing to teach it. I'm willing to learn it, and it sucks. I feel you, man. I feel you. There's a lot of people saying, oh, there's so many Sherpas out there. There's so many YouTubers and streamers. I think someone said in a different video that they don't want to spend 1,000 hours just trying to see if they can get pulled by a streamer to get carried or to get Sherpa'd or taught. And the thing is, when you have a large pool of players leaving the game, the people who are still playing the game, there's less and less people willing to teach new players. There's less and less people willing to go the extra mile to help people. That's just a duh. Let's see. The interesting about NPC idea is that Final Fantasy, I don't know Roman numerals. Is that step 16, 13? God, that's 5 and a 1. That's 15. Yeah. Wait, there's also X. That's 10. So is it 15? Am I wrong? Holy crap. I have to redeem myself. Yes, we're doing this live. 14. God, I was so close. Okay, I was close. It was close. Okay, no, that's old news. We've already done that coverage. All right, so 14. Sorry, Roman numerals. I learned this in high school, and I've really not used Roman numerals. Besides what people tell you, you don't use Roman numerals very rarely. Anyways, but it's unbearable slow to my knowledge because NPCs tanks aren't capable of doing W2 wall to wall. Add pull and don't use AoE skills to keep the enemy aggro. I believe though AI might do it now. Haven't tried it since Shadowbringers. What they're saying is, I talked about how they could do NPCs for some of these content to help players fill in their raid groups. And I feel like, in some regard, if I were to think about it now that I've said it, if you program an NPC that knows how to do the fourth encounter, is it the fourth encounter? The fourth encounter, Verity, on Salvation's Edge, and they just know how to do shapes. Just like it automatically kill things and input into the shape, and they just also don't die, like because like you can't have a bot die, so they'd be indestructible. I think that would be okay. I think if you did that with diminished rewards, an NPC that couldn't die and they knew how to do all the objectives, and you literally just like it would take a lot of work to do, and I don't know how you do it. I'm not a dev, but you could make it to where they get reduced loot. But I think it would be a way for them to be taught. Hell, do a tutorial raid. Why can't we do tutorial raids? Now that, like, after you turn it off, obviously, for day ones, but after day one's over, turn on a node that does tutorial, and they literally walk you through how to do the raid. Wow, that would be new player friendly. For, like, every content in the game, you do a new player guide that shows you step by step. Like, you do a video that they can watch, or an interactive simulation where they can you actually just tell them what to do. I know that's a lot of work and a lot of money, but that would be probably amazing. All right, bring back all weapons and Black Armory weapons and remove Sunset. I agree. Okay, so here's a username. My username, anytime you need help or want in-game help. Here you go, guys. This person is being a Chad. If you need help, they're willing to help you. There you go. I have played Destiny since the beginning and quit after first DLC because it was a scam. Came back during Shadowkeep and had to buy everything to play with friends, only to have them removed soon after. There was no notification in the store that everything will be, removed in 2 weeks. Oh, I didn't know that. So I quit again because that was just crap. Friends got me back into Lightfall, and again, I had to buy previous DLCs because Strikes and Nightfalls all were from the previous DLC, so I couldn't play with friends. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 15% of the game is free, but while everything else you have to pay for. And I get the message I need to have Season Pass to get there. So I bought the Season Pass only to be notified I needed to buy a dungeon key also. The monetization is so fucking bad in this game. Luckily, I got almost every DLC at discount or from PSP Plus. If I had to pay full price from everything, I would be so pissed that I would throw away PS5 I'd throw it through my monitor. Yeah, I mean, I agree. The new player experience is just garbage. Big scale map packs with new PvP game modes. Remove Mayhem and Sparrow Control. I beg to differ. Actually have the NPCs join us in PvE gameplay. Bring us seasonal Pantheon. Bring us combined arms of vehicles where halfway into the mode, a Vex wall pushes us indoors to finish the fight with new vehicles. Sounds dope. I would love to try that. So I stopped playing way back in Shadowkeep shortly after Garden of Salvation came out. Garbage raid, by the way. But I checked in from time to time to see how Destiny is doing and do miss playing, but they need to make so many major changes to make the game bearable again. I used to Sherpa raids ever since D1. I used to Sherpa Strikes. I also Sherpa'd Crota. Like, I could solo Crota, and I literally Sherpa'd people. I was the Chad. I would Sherpa people by doing solo Crota. It's how I met most of the people I played with, and the thought of teaching some of these new raids is exhausting. The difficulty spike of going from strikes that at most require standing in circles or throwing a ball into raids that require constant communication, and it disappears. I've been at Destiny 1 and 2 since beta, and honestly, I put the game down a week after Final Shape. The ending conclusion wasn't great, and Bungie overhyped it for a lackluster ending. The game's major downfall was vaulting all the paid content that we all paid for and sunsetting. Now, keeping in mind, Bungie said they weren't going to remove sunsetting, they then turn around and screwed the people who deleted their old weapons by removing sunsetting on all the weapons. There's a reason why Warframe is thriving while Destiny 2 is rapidly dying. Then there's also the amount of toxicity, not just PvP, but PvE has killed it even more. Destiny 2 won't make it another 2 years with decisions that have been made inside the studio, and having Pete Parsons in control of Destiny 2 isn't going to make it. I mean, I agree. This is why Sony has told them to pull their heads out of their asses. Reading paragraphs is a lot, man. All right. Bring back old raids, as I love those raids. Again, a lot of people want the old stuff back. It's okay for a game to be over. In fact, I don't really want to play a game with no end. I mean, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. A game that never ends is a game that eventually gets boring. The problem is, Bungie has nothing else to lean on, so Destiny has to continue. So if it continues, the people who are want to play that game are going to expect it to at least keep up to date. But as you can see, that's not been happening. I haven't quit Destiny 2 yet, but I'm probably going to unless major changes happen or a promise before episode 3 ends. These don't have to happen immediately after the episode ends, but they need to happen within a couple of years. Okay, so this is like 2 weeks ago. They have got some demands. Let's see if the Bungie coming out and giving their detail of changes for the future of Destiny. Let's see if they actually hit any of these. All right, 1. Bring back vaulted campaigns and start reprising vaulted raids and make them all seasonal ornaments available for free to whoever owns the corresponding DLC. We know that Season Pass is free, or we know that the seasons are free. I don't know if the battle passes are free. But we have heard nothing about vaulted campaigns coming back or reprised raids. So this one's still in the unknown. Number 2, stop giving us crappy activities no one wants to play with every season and give us one activity per year that gets updated with each season and stays at the end of that year. And no glorified strike like Battlegrounds. Season passes are $10 each. 15, I think, American. And if those become the main type of content we're getting, they have to be good. They're not. Those are going away, so we're good. And they mentioned Into the Light, which everyone loved Onslaught. So we'll see if they do change this. And I agree, no one likes Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds is just a worse version of Strikes. Glorified Strikes. I mean, they are. They're just bad. They're worse than Strikes. Enough battle passes. Put the season exotic in a dedicated quest line everyone gets, or make it Rahul sell it. I don't care. Increase the material drop in every activity. Give us an actual good story and make the cosmetic stuff something you can earn through said story instead of extra shinies that are not even related to the season theme. True. But so far, none of this is confirmed. None of it. So make PvE and PvP an actual separate sandbox. This was promised a long time ago, but we still get PvP nerfs that affect PvE, vice versa. Still nothing new on that. Bungie's still incompetent. Fix the PvE balance. More than half the current exotic gear needs to be either buffed or reworked. I understand that game like Destiny 2 needs a meta, but it shouldn't be 10 exotics out of 300. Again, nothing has changed. Make the new player experience more affordable and easier. Seriously, why is the tutorial missing half the game base mechanics? Because Red War doesn't exist, so this is not being fixed. I don't know, I just want them to add a 7th point. Actually, now that I think about it, make the Vostov 77 RPM and give it 77 rounds. It would be incredibly funny. I don't know what to say about that. But that's not happening either. I'd be happy if they started off by getting rid of all the gay... This is like a recurring thing, by the way, the gay crap. Kill off Saint 14, put Cyrus back in the Infinite Forest, and make Maya be lost in the Vault Glass. Those things, I'm sorry, but that last part, like, we just finished the episode, and Maya just is like a garbage character, so, like, honestly, she really should be a lost character. Those things, and stop promoting the trans and gay stuff. It's a video game. Leave out the BS. I agree! Not necessarily this stuff, the trans and gay stuff. I think just the relationship bullcrap. It's a video game, leave out the BS. I think no one cares about stupid relationships. Like, Bungie has never done good relationships unless it's like it's a hinted at situation, but anything that's in the focus is just too bad. Like, Zavala's relationship with his wife is just too boring and no one gives a crap. Like, that was the one thing I hated about the final shape is it was just like a soap opera of Zavala and his dead wife. Like, dude, we had a season for this. Like, let's move on. Only Destiny I want back is 5'4" and 3'6" double D. She was a pro, but the game Destiny, I hope they shut that. What the? Destiny I want back is she was a pro. Are you referring to a athlete? with big tatas. I don't know. Give me all my Sunset crap I paid for back. There it is. Sparrow Racing League. I would love to see it. I hadn't played Destiny 2 in about 4 years. When the stasis dropped, I was out. I tell my friends, if you buy tickets to see an NBA game and it turns into an NFL game, you probably wouldn't be happy. I'm going to be real. When someone gets burned out of Destiny, they'll be burned out. No amount of content will bring them back because that's what a burnout is. A break, not always a bad thing. What I say? I think we could all use a year away from Destiny to let Bungie cook something. I think they should just say, hey, we're going to take a year off. The game is how it is. Players are leaving anyways. Let's be honest. Players are leaving. It doesn't matter. They might as well just take a break anyways because people left. I keep going to the wrong slide. I keep going to the wrong slide. I keep going to the wrong slide. There it is. Yeah, people are leaving anyways. The sad thing is people are playing other games. Like, people keep making this comment like people aren't actively playing other games. They are. They're playing Black Myth Wukong, Space Marine. They're playing old games like I played Fable. I'm getting ready to play Borderlands 2. People are playing Borderlands games. Like, people are even playing Destiny 1. Like, I saw someone streaming Destiny 1 even though I was going to do it. I was like, oh, someone's already doing that idea, which is fine. I don't care. Like, it's not like people weren't doing that in the get-go. But the fact that people are playing older games is like, hey, you stop making this comment. People are already doing it, you dum-dum. There are too many games out there. Unironically, I've had more fun in ZZZ in a few weeks than I've had in Destiny since Beyond Light dropped. Invest in Destiny. Management change will help. They have been sabotaging the game for years. True. Justice for Lono. I don't know what that was about. That went down like a trajectory. Let's move on from that. I did respond to it though. Make the game more casually friendly. Return the old campaigns and bundle them with Final Shape. Put matchmaking and more activities. I agree. Will it be accessible? Absolutely be accessible. But let's be honest. A lot of people want it. This again, the community is divided on casuals versus veterans. There's a lot of people that don't want Destiny to be casual. I think as long as it doesn't end up like D2 launch, we'll be fine. As someone who started D1 and stopped during Witch Queen and came back a month or so ago, I think the game is in a good place. I don't like the paid dungeons, but I do like that they added LFG in game. I think that was a game changer. I absolutely agree. I think that we're living in fantasy land, thinking the game is in a good place. It's in a good place if you never played it. Again, if you just, it's crazy that people are like, hey, I've not actually spent 10 years playing and being around Bungie, and you've experienced things that I've never experienced, but the game is great. I think the foundation of Destiny is great. I think that's a fair assessment. But to say the game is in a great state, is it really? I don't think so. I want P. Parsons to blow me and maybe I can see why I missed that comment. If they were to make a Destiny 3, I would want them to make either a new app or work with the DIM to allow players to transfer some weapons from Destiny 2 to Destiny 3, like how Pokemon Home allows you to bring Pokemon. You are treating guns like Pokemon. I think that's a horrible idea. Just bring back exotics and call it a day. No one, I think honestly, people would be more okay if exotics went forward. Just exotic guns. None of the legendary. You could reset the perks. In fact, like there's guns that have like Rampage on Huckleberry. Make it to where we no longer have those. I think adding damage perks was one of the worst changes in Destiny. I really do. I think it was the worst thing that they ever did. Destiny 1 never really had that many damaging perks, if I remember. Rampage, like, and Kill Clip were like the worst things, and we've evolved into degeneracy now. But letting exotics keep those, I think, adds a lot more rarity and adds more value to it. But here's the thing. I don't think Bungie's capable of making a good Destiny 3. I think a lot of people are correct that, you know, even if they made Destiny 3, it would be the same slop, and it would, because Bungie doesn't know how to make something new. Let's be honest. The problem is not the game, per se. It's the people running the game. And as long as they are running the game and they have their heads up their asses, per Sony, the game is not going to be good. New social space, solo exotic class item, bring back all campaigns and raids, put them on a rotator or something. They had a D2 version of the D1 tower leak back and be online. It's not much, but something. I mean, I do think we should bring back the old tower. Like, stop teasing it in the pale art. Just make it a thing. Like, god dang. Why is it so hard to just give us back the old tower? Like, why is it so hard? Think, why not? I don't see a good reason to not do that. But my personal thought process is, at this point, the game's been out long enough. Screw it. Release the floodgates. There is no such thing as prestige with the classic exotic items. Most people have AFK farmed all of them before that process got nerfed. Like, I have every role I want. I don't care. Open the floodgates. Let people get it solo. I don't care. Literally, I don't care if you gift everyone in a game a free copy of an exotic item. I could not care less. And anyone that beats their chest and says, no, you can't do that, ignore them. They're morons. They're mentally challenged. There's hardly anyone in the game enjoying it anyway. So, like, there's no such thing as prestige in this game anymore. It's been so drawn out that there is no such thing as prestige in this game. Let's get out of La La Land. The only thing prestigious is a day one belt. That's it. That's the only thing that's prestigious in this game anymore. Pretty much nothing at this point. I went back to Warframe. Unless they go more in that direction, they lost me as a customer player after almost a decade. They sell hype now, not good experiences. True. Aside from Warframe, I went back to PSX and PS2 games, much more fun. Bungie has lost the plot. 98% of the content in game, including cosmetics, require you to open your wallet. True. There's no reason for the greed. They hype things up to get pre-order sales, make disingenuous vidocs. They do. Again, Bungie's really good at gaslighting people. Gaslighting and really using very pretty words. They've done it for years. And don't give you any more info, and we have to wait to find out things aren't as they were advertised or are just more of the same formula. If Warframe can be over 11 years old, be 100% free, its own in-game player-driven economy where you can trade in-game items for premium currency, have all the content they've ever released, tons of game modes, an amazing story, tons to do, a great community. There's no excuse for Bungie, especially with all this Sony money. Oh, Warframe has 57, going on 58 character classes, basically 2 different playable characters with different play styles you can swap between at will. Space battles, open world boss fights. Was the first with hoverboards. They did this before Bungie did. Get jetpacks, can command a giant space battleship. They can, it's awesome. Regular missions, endless wave-based modes. You can go at your own pace. The modding system is par none. You can have pets, companions, fashion is better. People are always willing to help. Destiny can't hold a candle to Warframe. It loses in every way. Oh, the battle pass is free too, and it is. Listen, here's the funny thing: you don't have to like the game to realize this would be great if this was in Destiny. This is what Destiny should be doing to be a good MMO. True. They should literally learn from Warframe. You don't have to like Warframe. No one's saying you do. But just because you don't enjoy a game doesn't remove the fact that it has a good system. Like, this is a good system. I'm going to continue on because we're going a little long. I can play only when I'm drunk as F. This is the only time when I don't care about my time. I don't know what drunk Destiny is like. I'm sure it's a blast. I'm slightly different than most people here. I haven't played since Destiny 2022. I would rather have them fix D2 than make D3. I own them completely rebuild the game, but I'm not losing all my gear for a third time, especially after I put 3K hours into both D1 and D2 each. I have about 1,000 between, and that is probably also including D1. Like, I have a lot of time in Destiny in general. I'm a veteran RuneScape for 25 years. I hear vaulting, seasonal content, such saying resets, and just hear all those are excuses for devs not understanding their community. I am a veteran of RuneScape for the past 25 years. Another MMO. I hear vaulting, seasonal content, sunsetting, and resets just to hear all those are an excuse for devs not understanding the community. OSR never once lost gear, never sunsetted, vaulted anything, nothing power creeps anything in the game. They have run it for over 20 years and every piece of gear has its place and purpose. Imagine if Bungie knew how to run their own game. Again, other games have been doing the same crap and been doing it better than Bungie. Solo exotic class item. Yes, I get it. Stop with the message and respect my time. Agenda crap, whatever. My personal complaint, fire P. Parsons. And him and his cars. Yep. Destiny 3 or bring back all the vaulted. I think we need this because I think most people don't feel that Bungie's capable. Unless Sony takes over, I don't see Destiny 3 being good. I feel like the game's done over and it was a fun ride from start to finish, but the rest of the content feels like it's just a wrap and nothing great. And if they really want attention, they need a new game plan like Destiny 3, Winnower, or pre-sequel, or The Great Collapse. They just need... I think Sony just needs to be in control. I know it's probably technically impossible, but I would love a theater mode. I use it all the time in Halo 3 and Reach. Hell, bring back Forge. Sell your cars and hire back those people who were fired. Okay? This comes up early in the video, but I'm posting it here anyways to reiterate. It will take nothing short of returning all destinations, open the vault, even Mercury, regardless of how trash Curse of Osiris was. And I don't care how much space it takes up. This has been a solved problem for years. MCC option. There, we fixed it for you, Bungie. Otherwise, that's a no from me, dog. Honestly, I'm thankful to Bungie. They finally managed to make me quit the game. I am 50 days Destiny 2 free. And during that time, I've played and beaten more than 9 games I'm thoroughly enjoyed. Best thing I did was delete my characters. My man is free! He's free! He's the Iron Lords! He's free! I'm sorry, I'm being facetious. Give Destiny... No, I mean, I'm glad he's free. He's probably got better mental health than the rest of us that are still playing the game. Give us Destiny 3. Again, I don't think they're capable of doing it. Fire Phil Spencer. I think most people agree. What, Phil Spencer? What the hell? You mean Pete Parsons? Yeah, that one. Hey, they're both Microsoft. I mean, not wrong. Delete hunters, sidearms, and pull rifles from the game. Well, I can tell who hurt you. I'm sorry. I can tell who hurt you. Delete hunters. Wow. A new Destiny or Destiny 3 with a new story, new progression, and new playstyle. More mechs than standing on a plate. Exciting enemies like the Witness race. All right, well, we're about, it goes and goes and goes, but we spent a lot of time. If you are very interested in the comment section, the video is called, I will link it down below for you. Call it good. You can check out the comment section there. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Hit the like button, comment down below, and again, I guess comment your thoughts. After all that we've learned of the new model, is it enough for you to come back to Destiny? There's your new question. After reading all these comment sections and what we learned about the changes coming in the future, is it enough for you to come back to Destiny? I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Until next time, hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. As always, game out.